Magic is all around us. For some people, it comes to them in a dream.
I had a dream about towers falling over, and I told my parents. They didn't believe me, and then 2 nights later, September 11th happened. I had a dream about something being thrown over a bridge, and 2 nights later, a man threw his child over the Westgate Bridge.
Some think of magic like a broom or a brush.
A lot of work goes into being able to trick people. Yeah, entirely, completely sweeps you off your feet.
For others, they experience it firsthand.
Dad's a hypnotist.
No way.
Yeah, he was, like, for a while.
Have you been hypnotized?
Yeah, he does this thing where he makes your hands stick to the wall.
Have you been to a magic show before, sir? Have you been to a magic show? Oh, what was that like? For me, I think there's magic to be found in regular everyday interaction. Do you guys believe in miracles? Nah, that's cool. Do you know any magicians?
No.
I'm no expert on magic though, so I thought I'd speak to someone who is. This is Chris Morant, variety entertainer and expert on magic.
I wasn't expecting to see anything new, but that was
Unbelievable!
I was lucky enough to secure tickets to his children's magic show, which was running as part of the Melbourne Magic Festival, and thought I'd get there early enough to secure a good seat. This feels so top secret.
That's a really cool prize, probably worth over $100. Oh, maybe 90. But it's still a lot to be giving away. There you go, dude. I normally have like another helper.
Sure.
Mason, but he's a bit delayed.
Okay, that's all right, man.
He'll come back.
Magician's assistant Mason, who was supposed to help out with the show, was nowhere to be seen. He'd pulled a vanishing trick, so I volunteered to help out instead.
And then Mason should be here about halfway through. So when I tell you when to do it, could you do that?
Hold that, sure.
Yeah. So I'm just going to warm up the crowd.
Too easy.
And then once I think everyone's here, we'll
Great.
I'll turn the lights on.
Too easy.
You can just be wherever you want, man.
Cool.
You're a very handsome man named Chris Morant. Are you ready for the show? Yeah! Oh, I don't think you are. Are you ready for the show? Yeah! All right. So remember, sit up straight, big smile. I'm going to introduce him. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Melbourne Magic Festival 2023. Today we have a special treat for you today. This young man has travelled the world performing. He's been a busker on South Bank. He's worked on cruise ships. He even was on Australia's Got Talent in the semi-finals. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for Mr. Chris Morant!
With Mason still not here, I felt bad and wanted to help out some more. Thankfully, so did everyone else.
Oh, very strong. Okay, put your hands on your hips. Go together. Oh my God, it's broken. Let's go back together. Oh my God, it's broken. Let's go back together. Frankie! Oh my God, it's broken. Put it back together. Oh my God, it's broken. Put it back together. Oh my God, it's broken. I've got the super duper one. Okay, you hold that. Oh no! Let's go! Whoa. Fred! Where are you, Fred? Henry, where's Fred? I can't see him! He's not on my elbow! You want to fix that?
After fooling everyone into believing he would be on time, the greatest showman had finally arrived and was helping to sell show bags to children.
It's all the same stuff, the 12. Did you want to come and get a photo? Come next to me. It's Mummy and Dad. Do you want to...
It was sad that the show was wrapping up, but I was excited for Chris to pull back the curtain on his process.
I like calling my show a family show, so it's for everyone. So even little kids, as long as you've got like a parent or an older adult looking after them. The way I do it with kids is, it's hard to sit still for more than 15 minutes. You've got to have different things. So that's why I do a bit of juggling, a bit of magic. I do big ones, little ones. I do situation comedy, so I know how I start and how I finish, and in the middle I improvise. It's just like comedy. You build tension and release it, build tension, release it. And they'd say, oh, I've got no money, but I'll teach you how to eat fire, or I'll teach you how to juggle, or I'll teach you to do magic. And at the start, I'm like, oh, as if I'm ever going to use that, you know? And then before I knew it, I was doing like, started with nightclubs and then festivals, and then it progressed to my first casino gala show, which is in year 2000.
Can you tell me a little bit about how it affects like your livelihood? You have to entertain for a living. What does that kind of turn into in terms of how you feel when you're on stage?
It can be challenging sometimes. I've got a 6-year-old son and I'm married and I've got a house and everything, so I can't just jump on cruise ships like I used to, and I'm 46 years old currently. So it's a bit harder as you get older, but things just change.
It was time to ask Mason about being late to class. You're Chris's assistant?
Yeah, I'm assisting Chris. I'm opening up his shows while he's at the Magic Festival, so I'm pretty excited about that.
You were a little bit late today. Were you meant to get here before the show, or?
Yeah, I had an appointment, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose these things happen.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because I felt like when I was first starting, I was performing it like to impress people, but then it felt like forced. Like, you see a few magicians in Vegas, how there's no character in them anymore. It's like, walk on the stage, do a trick, get paid, walk off. I had a lot of anxiety issues back then, but now I feel like performing, acting, it's kind of, yeah, it's... Chris has taught me, especially with performing with kids and stuff like that, like, they still think the magic is real, and if you can really make an impact on someone's life, like when I was a kid and I saw a magician and I started doing this, it's like, it shows you how much of magic can impact someone's life, and hopefully I can give someone the same gifts.
My chat with Mason was deep and meaningful, but before I had a chance to really reflect, I was interrupted by a surprise encore. I left learning magic meant more than just silly tricks or disastrous premonitions. It also meant being honest with yourself. A nice trick for the right crowd sounds enchanting, but if it means missing your appointment, it's probably not worth it. It was clear Mason was positively impacting the lives of children. He'd inspired me to do the same, but for adults. And after some honest reflection, I could tell I wasn't making a positive impact trying to talk to people about magic. But what if I handed out cards with Melbourne's best kept secret restaurants on them? Hidden lunch venues. No worries. Unlockable Melbourne restaurant. A supper in, sir. You gotta go. Magical Melbourne restaurants.
No, it's okay.
Top secret spaghetti. Yeah, of course, man. That's a well-kept Melbourne secret. It's a really classy venue. Nice diner. Random acts of kindness aren't for everyone, but neither is magic. It's reserved for those that believe. And as long as you've got self-belief, you've got the magic.
Never believe it's not so.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?